that, sisters and brothers, we gather together around the book of Ruth, a very powerful book in the Bible, because it comes right after the Judges. You know the story of the Judges who dominated the life of Israel before the kings. And you would have thought that right after Judges, the kings would come in. But there is this book that is put in between for a purpose, to show that weakness is power, to show that in the valley you can find God, in the losses, in your own losses, and traveling in the shadow of death, you can still experience God. This is what this book is about. The book of Ruth is a powerful one that really helps us reflect upon issues such as poverty, hunger, migration, diaspora, loss, grief, and loyalty. These are powerful themes that are still with us even today. The story of this woman and her husband, Naomi and her husband, leaving Bethlehem to go to diaspora in search for better life, in search for bread, in search for meaning. When everything else did not make sense in Bethlehem, they migrate with their two sons, who will go there and marry the local women. And as they were married to the local women, the family blossoms. The family feels that God is with us. The family is happy. And then again, the valley of the shadow of death that they escaped from follows them. They find themselves trapped again because Naomi loses the husband. As if that is not enough, dealing with the grief and the loss of her husband, the two sons die. Now you have three widows in the same house. What an experience. So I don't want us to gloss over this loss. I don't want us to gloss over this valley. I don't want us to walk too fast to the book of Kings. I want us to spend time wrestling with this. What do you do when everything has fallen apart, when the center cannot hold anymore, when things fall apart, when you do not experience God, when you pray but you feel as if there is a ceiling, your prayers are not penetrating through to God? It is in this place that Naomi will find friendship, because the two daughters-in-law will have to make up their minds. Should they stay for what is dead? Should they pursue dead ends, or should they start new lives? Naomi decides to walk back to her own people, to her own village. And the challenge is these young women to also make up their minds and decide what is it that will work best for them. Thank God, Oprah says, I'm not going to pursue dead ends. I'm going to pursue a new life. I salute this woman, Oprah, for saying I'm walking away. And I also have a lot of respect for Ruth, who will say, I will stick with you. Maybe God will bring something new out of the dead. So the two positions are tenable. I don't want us to choose one, either or. But both positions that these two young women, the daughters-in-law, have chosen are options for all of us. In some situations, I will begin something new. But in some situations, I will wait for God to begin something new, even from that dead situation. But in all this, where is God? In all this, where is prayer? In all this, where is trust and hope? Hoping against the hope that things can change, circumstances can change. But at what point do you begin new journeys? Take courage to say, I need to branch off and start in something new. May God help you, my friend, as you are struggling with the way forward, as you are struggling with what should you do next when what you have been doing does not make sense anymore. I pray that this weekend you will have time to reflect upon your own life and see if what you are doing, is it a dead end? Is it leading to a dead end? Is it leading to new beginnings? Is it refreshing? May Jesus, who continue to challenge us to love neighbor, to love God as we love ourselves, help us as we wrestle with these stories. These stories are not dead, my friends. They are alive in our own villages, in our communities, in our churches. Widows, loss, grief, diaspora, poverty, loyalty, and the feeling that God has betrayed you. How do you deal with this? God bless you and keep you. Amen.